Centennial College, along with the Colts, in partnership with the Centennial College Alumni Association, presents They Say That a Truth Will Set You. What does it take to be a champion? It takes courage. It takes passion. It takes faith. But above all, it takes the will to choose to be a champion. There can only be one champion. One champion.
Welcome back to the 2017 belairdirect OCAA Men's Basketball Championships from Centennial College in Scarborough. I'm your host and play-by-play man, Ryan Andrews, and I'm joined by the Don Cherry of basketball, as you can tell from the suit, color analyst Phil Jones. Phil, we've punched one ticket into the final. The Sheridan College Bruins are going to be in there, and now we find out who they will face.
Yeah, congrats to Sheridan Bruins. They played really well in that close match there, and they're moving on tomorrow to the final. Who will they play, though? This match features Niagara against George Brown, and George Brown are 19-1 and clearly the favorite in this one. Will it be George Brown moving on to face the mighty Seneca tomorrow, or will the upstart Niagara team prove to be too much for them? Stay tuned as we find out what should be an exciting matchup.
George Brown barely survived. Fanshawe to be here. Let's see if they have an easier time with the Knights of Niagara here at the 2017 belairdirect OCAA Men's Basketball Championships. George Brown Huskies and the Niagara Knights, a notable absence for the Knights. Van Hutchinson Jr., their leading scorer in the regular season, not in the starting lineup. You have to wonder if the injury he sustained last night against Centennial is keeping him out of this one. It'd be a huge blow for the Knights if he can't play.
Yeah, that's a tough one for the Knights to be dealt against a 19-1 George Brown Huskies. I mean, let's take a look at this here. The West Division First Team All-Star, Van Hutchinson Jr. is on that squadron. And you've also got a second team All-Star to look out for that will be starting in Laquan Hilton. As far as George Brown's concerned, they got Mr. Clark there, Ajamo Clark. He's a first team All-Star, and this should be an intriguing matchup here. Winner goes on to face Sheridan tomorrow, 6 o'clock, right here on the webcast as we get set here for the matchup between the Huskies and the Knights.
Winner plays Sheridan, loser drops to the bronze medal game at 3 o'clock against the Humber Hawks, who fought hard but fell in overtime. To the undefeated Bruins, there will be no consecutive championship as we are underway. Levi Makuna has the ball for Niagara. Jordan Wilson working on Chaudry, can't get it to fall. Jordan James comes down with the board. And Kayvon Moscow, the Scarborough native, will go to work here, blowing by Hilton. He gets it to fall.
Drop. Look at this again on the replay. Comes in and just lays that in there. Nice basket.
Moscow gets George Brown off to a good start. Can Niagara respond here with Laquan Hilton trying a three? It's short. And two Knights conversion, none of them get it. And Moscow is back up. Kayvon Moscow, third year, gives it off to Bukovic. It doesn't fall. Saboni with the rebound. Laquan Hilton will dribble up the court. With it Wilson and Makuna. Gives it back to Akindele. No good. From Femi Akindele, who's in the starting lineup in place of Van Hutchinson Jr. Jordan James throws it out. Chaudry. Ajoma Clark inside for James. Sorry, for Moscow. No good. No foul on the play. Long outlet pass for Makuna. Tosses it back. Akindele, a charging Wilson, throws it inside. It's deflected and reclaimed by Ajoma Clark. Fast pace to start this one, but not a lot of scoring. Clark with the jumper, no good. Rebound Akindele. Femi Akindele is going to have to step up in a big way. Saboni, no good. Rebound Clark. Points hard to come by in the first couple minutes here. Clark hard to the rim for two. Shomo Clark, as you see in the replay there, dominates. He was the East scoring champ this year. Niagara on the board.
There you go, Niagara.
Jordan Wilson puts it back for two. It's the Knights from Welland, Ontario. As Moscow gets in, he's fouled. Foul on Femi Akindele.
The foul is on Knights number 3, Femi Akindele. His first foul of the game, team's first foul.
That is his first.
At the line, shooting two.
And again, a lot of pressure on Akindele stepping into the starting lineup for the injured Van Hutchinson Jr. Moscow will miss both shots. Unusual for Moscow, 76% shooter in the regular season. Niagara comes back with a chance to tie or take the lead. Wilson driving in, dishes to Makuna, who can't handle it. George Brown will bring it back through Matthew Bukovic. Tattooed Wonder has him covered up today. Toss it over to Ajomo Clark. Back for Chaudhry for 2. He shoots it over the rim.
Yeah, just getting acclimatized there. Ryan, let me tell you, takes a few shots to really find your range.
Ons Chaudhry not usually shooting from there. Niagara can't put it in as Akindele's rebound is corralled by Bukovic. Matthew Bukovic will work in, gives it off to Moscow. Moscow driving on Hilton, toss it out. Bukovic for 3. It's good. Matthew Bukovic, as you take another look here, wide open, setting up for that 3 ball. Jordan Wilson will answer.
As the game opens up here, we come back to life. 7-5, George Brown.
Niagara trying to keep pace. Moscow drives the lane. He's good for 2. Moscow has 4 early. It's a 9-5 George Brown lead. Laquan Hilton, second team All-Star, gets it over to Akindele. Hilton will have to step up as well in the absence of Hutchinson. As Niagara take their shot with Akindele, it's no good. Makuna keeps it alive for Jordan Wilson. Nice hustle there. Clock winding down, 5 seconds. Hilton charging, driving, can't get it to go. Rebound. That does fall. Laquan Hilton is on the board. 9-7, George Brown leading Niagara. Chaudhry will slow it down, gives it back to Moscow. Working on Femi Akindele, he'll take the jumper, it's no good. Hilton with the rebound. Juan Hilton driving through these Huskies, gives to Saboni, who can't put it in. Battling for the rebound and a foul on the floor. And Jordan Wilson landing on Kevon Moscow. But it's Saboni who's shaken up.
Kevon really trying to sell it there.
Payam Saboni will take the foul.
Well, some back and forth early on here. Both teams getting set, getting a feel for things. 4:57 left in the first quarter. If you're just joining us, 9-7 George Brown up. The 19-1 George Brown Huskies taking on the Niagara Knights. First quarter action here.
DJ James checks in. He'll handle the ball. Jordan James gives it to Clark. Driving on Saboni, no good. As Kevin Cooper comes up with the rebound. And if you watched yesterday, you'll remember Kevin Cooper's putback jam off a backboard lob from DJ Morrison. That may have been the highlight of the tournament. James is stripped by Makuna, who says, we'll give it to Morrison. Saboni. DJ Morrison steps back for 3. No good. Rebound Moscow. Jomo Clark throws it out for Bukovic. He's trying to work Kevin Cooper. Bukovic for 3. No good. Cooper comes down with the board. Hilton back to work for the Knights. Makuna to Cooper to Morrison. Back to Hilton. Hilton for 3. It's good.
Let's take another look at that one, Ryan Andrews. Hilton from the hilltop to rain it.
Laquan Hilton from the second floor to the penthouse with that shot. Bukovic trying to match. He's well short. Morrison takes it. Bumps into Hilton, who takes possession. It's one way to get a pass from your teammate as Hilton lays it up and out.
Hilton just can't quite finish there, but he's got the hop. Got my eye on that kid right now. A lot of work, good work ethic there. Kid to look out for.
George Brown down by 1. These Niagara Knights. DJ James will pull up and hit. Take another look at this. James backs off Hilton, buries a jumper. Here's
DJ
Makuna. Makuna's 3 goes over the rim. George Brown recovers, and Clark is called for the travel.
Next ball. Substitution on the floor, checking in for the first time for the Huskies. Number 5, Ted Johnson. And number 4, Tishay Gale. Checking in for the first time for the Knights. Number 44, Kevin Cooper. And number 22, Lamar Copeland.
Jordan McDonald will take the ball coming in. DJ Morrison working on the newly subbed in Ted Johnson.
Number 1, Romello Taylor.
There's McDonald, no good. Romello Taylor will get the board. Back out to Morrison. 10 on the clock. They feed McDonald. And a foul.
The foul's on Huskies number 4 to Shane Gale. That's his first foul of the game. Team's first.
Yeah, some good looks, some good plays. Some of the baskets just having trouble going in. Finding a way to drop from the stripe here. Let's check the math here.
Jordan McDonald. It's the first. And the second goes in.
Jordan McDonald at the line.
Math checks out on a 67% shooter. Tie game here at 11.
That's your right,
Gale.
67.3.
Ted Johnson for an off-balance three that doesn't go. Hard foul there as hands got up in the face of Lamar Copeland.
The foul's on Huskies number 4 to Shane Gale. That's his second foul of the game. That's the team's second foul.
Second foul of the game for Shane Gale. With 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter, tie game at 11. Ball bouncing around. Clark takes a hit, but Gale comes away with it, but he can't lay it in. Rebound Copeland. Back the other way come the Knights. And Romello Taylor directing traffic. Trying to get a cut. He gets Kevin Cooper out for Morrison. Back to Cooper, in for McDonald, who can't corral it. Ted Johnson comes away. It's up to DJ James. Spinning in, kicks it out. Clark, Johnson, steps around for the jumper. It's good.
There you have it. Nice jumper there. Off the miscue by the Knights on offense. Really sloppy turnover, creating that basket.
George Brown now lead by 2. Morrison throws it in for McDonald. Battling through the double team. The hook shot won't go. Rebound Jordan James. Drive up the court on McDonald, kicks it out. Johnson for 3, it's good! Ted Johnson
Knights just
off the
playing
bench has
sloppy
5.
basketball right now.
Now a steal
George
by
Brown
Gale.
starts to get settled in.
Is Jordan James for 3, that's no good. Rebound DJ, and he's fouled.
Knights just turning the ball over on a couple of occasions there. And didn't have much rhyme or reason. Just got to get set, got to get something organized. It was just sloppiness. And against a team that's 19-1, you can't be sloppy. They're down 5 early, and George Brown looking to stretch that lead.
Kevin Cooper picks up his first foul of the night. DJ James. Spin it again, DJ, just like the first one.
That's 68.1% from the line. DJ Ajamez.
Remix just as good for DJ James. He hits both. 18-11 in favor of George Brown, and foul there on the floor as Morrison was charging in.
The foul is on Huskies number 5, Ted Johnson. That's his first foul of the game.
Teddy J.
Johnson picks up his first. 5'9" guard from Toronto. It's 5 points already. Niagara inbounds to Wilson, throwing up for Cooper. Can't get it. No. Ball goes flying into the stands. Nice catch by the George Brown supporter there.
Out of bounds, Huskies ball.
George Brown supporters in full effect here.
Support
some sort of devices.
supporter wearing a 76ers shirt. That catch better than any 76ers play in the previous 2 years. Used to Shane Gale working on Taylor. No good. Rebound Cooper. DJ Morrison will push it up the floor. Across for Romello Taylor for three.
Signs of life in Niagara.
Take another look. Beautiful pass by DJ Morrison.
The old
Set up.
double bounce pass.
Gotta like it. Double is twice as nice, right?
Well, Niagara, nice of them to get back into that. It was starting to slip away a little bit. Bit of sloppiness, but there is fight in these Huskies, let me tell you. Fight in these Knights, my bad. Fight in both. Hey,
Both of these teams have some fight in there. They're in the
Everybody out here
semifinals.
fighting. Huskies, Knights, going at it. Water bottles being thrown in, staying hydrated. George Brown's coach there, I can tell you, that would be the East Division Coach of the Year, Jonathan Smith.
18-14 in favor of the Huskies. A 19-1 record in the regular season, number 1 in the Eastern Conference. While Niagara eliminated earlier today by Fanshawe.
Coach Trevor Challenger saw him on the way out. Good man, shouted a little bit about the game. Tough to see the Centennial Colts out of the tourney, but they did put a valiant effort in both games. Shame that to fall up a little bit short, but life goes on in the game of bounce, dribble as we pick up here.
Second quarter will get underway. George Brown will take the ball outside as DJ James bring it up the court. Very balanced attack from these Huskies in the first quarter, led by Ted Johnson's 5. There's drive to the net by Casey Morris that goes unrewarded. Back come the Knights. Jordan Wilson driving in, looking for help as he's double teamed. Puts it at the backboard, doesn't get it. Saboni, the rebound, that won't fall. Rebound corralled by Morris. Up come the Huskies through Ted Johnson. Back to Clark. East Division scoring champion loses the ball, reclaimed by Payam Saboni. Morrison behind the back on the dribble, gets the layup to go.
Nice.
DJ Morrison with a pretty little spin there. Leaving the Huskies in the dust. It's 18-16. Here's Johnson. Basket's no good. Foul is before the shot on Romello Taylor.
Right number 1, Romello Taylor. That's his first foul. Team's first foul.
Taylor.
Coach Keith Bassel chatting it over with the official on the sideline there.
Inbounded here goes to Jordan James. Gives it up to DJ James. As DJ surveys the field. Over to Ted Johnson for 3. It's good and a foul! Ted Johnson, take a look. Saboni got the hand in the face, and Johnson still able to connect.
Right number 4, Payam Saboni.
At Saboni's second, Johnson with a chance at a rare 4-point play. Nothing but net.
Teddy J.
Correction, 4-point play.
Thank you, PA announcer. Here's Jordan Wilson for the Knights, and a foul called on Casey Morris. And Wilson's going to go to the line for this. I don't know if I saw a shot there from Jordan Wilson, but he'll take it. Fans aren't happy on the Huskies side. Wilson misses his first. Jordan Wilson, one of 3 Bahamians on this team, misses both. Back come the Huskies. Jordan James, DJ James, Ajomo Clark for 3. No good. Rebound Saboni. Gives it to Taylor. Mello Taylor, the freshman guard from Toronto, gives it to Morrison. DJ Morrison across to Copeland. They toss it in for Wilson. No good off the backboard. George Brown asserting themselves in his first half as DJ can't get it to go around the rim, but he'll go to the line for 2.
Fouls on next number 8, Jordan Wilson. His first foul.
Jordan Wilson picks up his first.
Substitution for both teams.
A wave of substitution as Moscow and Pukovic come back in for George Brown.
DJ James.
DJ keeps playing that winning song. 3 for 3 on free throws so far. For the 4th-year guard from Toronto, hits them both. DJ will keep playing all night long. He keeps hitting those shots. George Brown have opened up an 8-point lead here on the Niagara Knights. Here's Hilton. Driving in, kicks it out, it's tipped away. And once again,
furious. Look at the left hand of Ryan Andrews right there, stopping that ball from causing harm into the audience. Right there.
Once again, I have to protect my electronic equipment, but I will do so to give you the best coverage I can here at the 2017 belairdirect OCAA Men's Basketball Championship. As Laquan Hilton double-teamed, he'll throw it in for Saboni. Back for Copeland, but they can't get a shot off. And the dreaded SVC, or SCV, strikes Niagara.
George Brown supporters really making some noise over here on our left side.
Still
Tough to even hear what we're talking about.
Still a bit shaken up on my left hand here. I might have to switch hands.
You injured? You're right.
Draw something up a little more effective than they've gotten so far. I mean, it was always going to be tough without Van Hutchinson in the lineup.
Yeah, do we have anything more on that, or it could be an injury? We're not even sure.
One of 3 Bahamians on the team. Hutchinson was a first-team All-Star this year, but Laquan Hilton has to be able to do more. He's been a little careless with the ball while he's been on the floor.
Yep.
And you want to see more from Hilton and from guys like Kevin Cooper, Jordan McDonald. Cooper especially should be getting into the post a little more. We saw it more against Centennial in the opening round, but the low post play has been nowhere to be found for these Niagara Knights.
Funky Nassau, Ryan. Funky Nassau.
Ever been to the Bahamas, Phil?
I have.
Really? Lucky bugger.
Well, it's an island. It's not too far from Florida.
Good to hear as we resume play.
You might be able to swim over there. It could be possible.
Vukovic with the jumper is no good. And they'll throw it back out. Moscow for 3. No. Rebound DJ Morrison. He'll throw it forward for Hilton, who will lay it in for 2. Just what the doctor ordered for Laquan Hilton. He's got 7 to lead the Knights, but they still trail by 6. Here's Clark. That won't go. Rebound taken by Jordan Wilson. DJ Morrison will give it to Saboni. Back to Makuna. Here's Hilton for three. He's good.
Look at that on the replay, right? Look at the Hilton. The Hilton is open for business.
From 5 to 10, the drop of a hat. Niagara close to within 3. Clark dribbling in, kicks it out. Bukovic, DJ James got to put it up. 2 on the clock. No good. Rebound for the Knights is Levi Makuna. Charges Hilton for 3 and no good. Rebound Clark. Back the other way comes Morris. He's blocked by Jordan Wilson. Niagara in transition now.
See what Hilton does here. Nice. Selects the dish.
Hilton gives it off to Wilson. No good. The rebound falls outside for DJ James. Action starting to pick up here in the second semifinal.
It is. Might be time to wake from my nap. I was exhausting that game before, I tell you.
The winner of this one moves on to play Sheridan as DJ James can't hit on the jumper. Rebound Saboni.
1 possession game.
I am Saboni will throw it back, but no one was home. The Hilton Hotel was vacant, and it's
Jordan
George
McDonald
Brown
coming off the bench here out of Mississauga for the Knights.
Substitution on the floor for both teams. Checking in for the first time, for the Huskies, number 7, Brandon McClone.
So we get our first look at Brandon McGlone. This game for George Brown, the second-year guard out of London. Hit a couple big threes in a win over Fanshawe. Here's Clark, hard to the rim, can't get it to fall. It's out of bounds, Niagara ball.
Out of bounds, Knights ball.
Big chance for the Knights here. They were down 8 at one point. Been on a little bit of a run here to close the gap. Laquan Hilton is up to 10 points. Let's see if he's got any more. His bag of tricks. He'll give it off to Makuna. Saboni. Akindele is back in. Makuna with a jumper. And it goes over the top of the backboard.
Not the best bounce for the Knights, but hey, they climb back into this game here. Down by 3. It was looking like George Brown might run away with this one, but I tell you one thing, these aren't the Knights that say knee.
Jomo Clark driving in. McGlone sets up for 3. It's good. Take another look. McGlone wanted contact on that. Doesn't get it. And Akindele connects from long range. James hard to the rim. Draws the foul.
It's again another one of those calls that may have been able to go either way, but I'll tell you, action's picking up here, which is great. 4:33 left in the second quarter.
That's the first foul of the game.
Gonna rule that McGlone only got a 2 on that one. And he wanted the contact, didn't get it. So it's 26-24 in favor of the Huskies as Jordan James, second-year forward out of Toronto, steps to the line to shoot 2. First one's no good.
Jordan James.
He will miss
41.7 from the stripe, so.
The math checks out. And Hilton will try and set things up as Knights are down 2. He'll give off to Levi Makuna. Over to Saboni. Akindele. Back for Hilton. Laquan driving in, kicks it out. McDonald. Akindele, 4 on the clock. He loses the ball. Saboni puts it up. It's no good. Rebound Akindele. That'll fall. Take another look here. Femi Akindele able to fight through a mass of people. Get that one back up. Bukovic with the jumper.
Oh.
In and out. Rebound Akindele. Makuna will push it up the floor. Hilton. Saboni. Akindele. Throws it across for Makuna. Takes his time. 7 on the shot clock for Levi Makuna. Driving in. No good. Back the other way come the Huskies. Jordan James driving Saboni, and he's called for the offensive foul.
And that's a play very similar to what we saw earlier, where I said it could have kind of gone either way, and it seemed, hey, you give some, you take some.
Nice hustle back by Payam Saboni. Draw the foul on Jordan James, his first. Tie game here, 26-all.
How about those Knights, Ryan Andrews?
Well, this is similar to what we saw out of George Brown in the opening game. They took Fanshawe a little lightly. They let the Falcons stick around as Morrison drives for two. DJ Morrison with a beautiful layup there. So Moscow working inside to Jordan James. Good for two. Jordan James has his first bucket. We're tied at 28. Morrison for three. No one answering that one.
Niagara's confidence increasing with each possession.
Here comes Moscow. Good for two.
Coast to
Kevon
coast.
Moscow.
From St. Petersburg to Moscow.
Kevon Moscow has 6. As Levi Makuna directing traffic. Hilton for three. It's good.
Hilton. T.Y. Hilton. Paris Hilton. Nah. Laquan Hilton.
Laquan Hilton already proving more valuable than Paris ever did. He's got 13. And Niagara lead by 1. Jordan James. Ajomo Clark. Driving into the lane. Clark hits. Just the second bucket for Ajomo Clark in this game. Huskies need more out of him. They retake the lead. And Akindele will drive in for two. Take another look at this. Femi Akindele working McGlone, not known for his defense, and he shows why as Akindele goes in for an easy 2.
That's how you complete the layup, kids watching at home. That's
Wide
how-
open Matthew
that's how it's
Bukovic for 3. Bukovic works.
Game open, wide open now. Shots are dropping. Crowd's getting into it. 1:23 left in the first half.
Bukovic's deposit at the bank gives George Brown a 2-point lead. And Hilton trying to find a way through these Huskies defense. He'll take a 3. It's good! Laquan Hilton is on fire.
From the hilltop.
16 points in the first half for Laquan Hilton. And a foul called on the Knights there. Hilton gets a little tap on the head from the basketball.
Dialing it in.
I don't think even that's going to stop him. Laquan Hilton has been money from downtown, exactly what the Knights have ordered. As Kevon Moscow will go to the line to shoot 2. Moscow.
76.6 from the line, Ryan, so you know the math is going to check out here.
Moscow hits the first. Survey says good.
I mean, Hilton's so hot right now, you got to get the ball into his hands, one would assume. 50 seconds left. Here come the Knights setting up for their offensive series.
Moscow has 8. Femi Akindele has the ball for the Knights. Driving on McGlone. Almost lost it to Moscow and draws the foul.
Doing? Hey, take it easy, huh? Take it easy, number 7, huh? Take it easy.
Brandon McGlone getting a little heated there for the George Brown Huskies.
He was. Brandon McGlone.
Fouls on Huskies number 7, Brandon McGlone. That's his first foul of the game.
Yeah, grabbed the leg. Kid's a bit more built for rugby, it would seem.
McGlone picks up his first foul. And inbound goes to Makuna over to Morrison. DJ works with 9 on the shot clock. Morrison spinning inside. Gets the layup for that.
Scoop and roll.
Take another look. DJ
That's
Morrison.
how you serve the kids the ice cream.
Pivot. It's right by Jordan James. Niagara retake the lead. Clark. Time winding down here. Clark, the jumper falls. Big bucket for Jomo Clark there. George Brown up 1. 7 seconds left. Hilton will run out the clock. Takes a 3. No good. Bukovic will hurl it. And a lot closer than you'd think. At the end of the first half, we have a score: George Brown Huskies 39, Niagara Knights 38. We'll be back after these messages.
I am absolutely delighted to announce that the Invictus legacy will continue when Toronto hosts the third Invictus Games in September 2017. I am absolutely delighted to announce that the Invictus legacy will continue when Toronto hosts the third Invictus Games in September 2017.
Welcome back here to the 2017 belairdirect OCAA Men's Basketball Championship from Centennial College in Scarborough, Ontario. I'm Ryan Andrews, joined as always by Phil Jones. Another barn burner here in the semifinals of this tournament as the George Brown Huskies, heavily favored at 19-1, have their hands full with the Knights of Niagara leading 39-38 at the half. Phil.
Yeah, the Knights of Niagara really surprising a lot of us here. I mean, early on it looked like George Brown may pull away, but the Knights, they were hanging tough. And a big part of that was the shooting of the one and only Hilton, Laquan Hilton, and he was hitting threes left, right, and center. What are the points on Hilton in the first half?
16 points for Laquan Hilton. Leads all scorers in the game.
Nice, so he leads all scorers, so that's a huge boost to Niagara, who's missing their key player, Van Hutchinson Jr., who averages 14.8 points. That was the leading scorer on their team, so he was not in the starting lineup. Did we see him at all in that first half?
We did not see him at all. He's been ruled out for this one, sadly, with the injury he picked up in overtime against Centennial in the first round.
I'm sorry, he was injured.
He is injured.
My bad. Oh, I thought you said he may play. Well, that sounded convincing. Van, wish you a speedy recovery.
Meanwhile, for the George Brown Huskies, while they can take heart that they have a 1-point lead after the first half, they definitely want more out of their star forward, Jamal Clark. The scoring champion from the Eastern Conference only had 6 points. They want a little more out of him. They're lucky they've had bench players to pick up the slack. Ted Johnson had a solid 9 points off the bench for these Huskies.
Teddy J, buckets, getting those buckets. Yeah, on the Clark factor, I saw that, and I mean, it's funny because he actually is a CCAA All-Canadian, like Rayvon Higdon, who we saw earlier today for Redeemer. And like Rayvon Higdon had a bit of a quiet first half, right? They came on gangbusters in the second. So you know talent of Clark's level won't be kept down for long. Second half, look for Clark, number 22, on the George Brown Huskies to make some moves. He averages 23 points, as you mentioned. So that's definitely someone to focus on in the second half as he comes alive and helps George Brown pull away from Niagara and ideally take them to their 20th win of the season, setting them up with a match tomorrow against Sheridan for all the marbles in Canada. But Niagara looks very upstart and scrappy, so definitely looking forward to the second half to see how this one plays out.
Well, again, in the absence of Van Hutchinson, they wanted Laquan Hilton to step up, and step up he has, 16 points. But Hilton can't do it all, and they should be trying to work in the post a little more. They have guys like Jordan McDonald, Kevin Cooper, who are able to get those low post shots, and we haven't seen much of the low post from either team. Both content to kind of kick out, drive, and settle for those three-point shots. Let's see one team take control of the interior here, because if you take control of the interior, you're probably going to go on to play the Sheridan Bruins in the final.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, we shall see how it plays out. Second half coming up shortly on this one. That'll conclude our basketball for the evening. Remember, we're back on the air tomorrow. We got 3 games. We got a game at 1, 3, and 6. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That first game will be the 5th place game between the Fanshawe Falcons, who defeated Centennial earlier in the consolation semifinal. They will take on the Redeemer Royals, who knocked off Seneca, and the other half of that. Then at 3 o'clock, we will have your 3rd place game between the loser of this match and the Humber Hawks fell in overtime to the Sheridan Bruins.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing that Hawks team play again, man. They were great today. Just coming up short against the mighty Seneca, but they have a really entertaining style of basketball. Fun to watch. That should be a great match in the bronze medal game tomorrow. And of course, the gold medal game going at 6, which remains to be seen who's going to punch their ticket from this bracket here. Looking forward to a great second half. As far as the first half went, we did see some good play from DJ James there, from George Brown. And believe it or not, there's a DJ on the other team as well.
DJ James, who we saw at the free throw line frequently as he was able to drive in, kind of penetrate that Knights defense. Battle of the DJs, though, I will take Morrison and his long-range shooting. That has been proven to be a little more effective for Niagara. They will need Morrison's veteran leadership, third-year guard from Scarborough,
Nice.
helping run that offense.
Any other scores in the first half that stood out? Checking your stats there, Ryan. Moscow, he was good.
Kevon Moscow at 8 points. They get a very balanced attack from these Huskies, but you want to see more out of Clark from that. Moscow at 8, Bukovic had a couple of 3 balls. Ted Johnson, we already said he had 9, but they will be looking for more from their star player, Jomo Clark.
Indeed.
We get set to return you shortly here to the 2017 Bel Air OCAA Men's Basketball Championship.
Yes.
We look set to get underway here in the second half of this second semifinal, game number 4 on day 2 of the 2017 belairdirect OCAA Men's Basketball Championship. The Huskies will trot out their starting lineup of Moscow, Bukovic, Chaudhry, Jordan James, and Ajomo Clark, but Knights start with the ball. Makuna inbounds to Jordan Wilson. Wilson gives it back to Makuna. Little wobble of the ball there. He'll throw it back in for Wilson, backing down to smaller Moscow, but he can't get the fall. Gets a rebound, no good, and a foul is called.
And we're back underway here. Indeed. Apologies if I had mentioned something earlier. It is in fact Sheridan. The Sheridan Bruins that the winner will meet tomorrow in the final. Sorry folks, it's been a long day.
And we will continue on into the night tonight and tomorrow as Jordan Wilson misses the first of 2. Foul was picked up by Ons Chaudhry, his first for the 6'5" forward. Wilson misses both, but the rebound falls Niagara's way.
Fouls on Huskies number 25, Ons Chaudhry.
Chaudhry picks up his second foul in quick succession here. 2 fouls in a span of 5 seconds. Niagara will walk around Akindele. Hilton for 3, no. Laquan Hilton, first shot out of the break is a miss. Long ball up for Chaudhry, it's tipped away by Payam Saboni.
Huskies ball.
Hilton, some of that first half magic wearing off a little bit. First shot of the break not dropping.
Give him time, my friend. As Clark hits the floor here, he's battling Saboni. The ball goes out of bounds off of Clark. Jomo Clark not finding any purchase early here in the second half. Knights come up the floor. Levi Makuna off to Saboni. Over to Akindele. Back to Hilton. We'll work it around. Jordan Wilson will touch the ball. And back it down. Can't get it to fall. Rebound Chowdhury. Huskies come right back. Kavan Moscow driving in. Floater doesn't go. Rebound tip to Hilton. Laquan Hilton will charge in. Gets it to Saboni for 2.
Nice basket there. Hilton stretching the floor.
Take another look at this one as Hilton driving, finding a wide open Payam Saboni. Backing down is Moscow. He's rejected by Jordan Wilson. Big block by Wilson. Take another look. Hilton back down,
Comes in, backdoor help, and just swats that down. The Knights with the lead by 1 over George Brown, refusing to go quietly, Ryan Andrews, into the night.
George Brown down 1. Clark, Bukovic, 1 on the clock. They got to shoot. Bukovic can't get it off. And
Be a little while, the old SCV, the shot clock violation. Been a while since we heard one of those.
As ugly as your modern day SUV, the SCV gives the ball back to the Knights. And Makuna settles it down. Saboni back for Makuna. Laquan Hilton drives in, kicks out. Akindele for 3. No. Rebound Bukovic. Back the other way comes Clark. Gives it to James. He's fouled. And the Niagara fans voicing their pleasure.
Lehman, it was a good foul. Jordan James going to the line here. 41.7%, make him work for it's right. If you're playing the percentages, the sabermetrics of basketball, it was a good foul.
Misses the first shot, the foul charged to Levi Makuna is his first. But after that miss by Jordan James, you say Makuna Hatada, because that means no worries. James hits the second. We are tied at 40. Back the other way with 7:49 on the clock. Akindele gives to Makuna. Jordan Wilson driving in, gets it for 2.
The Knights starting to believe here, Ryan. Look at this on the replay, going in hard. That's how you do it. Going hard in the
Clark,
paint.
he'll miss. Rebound Hilton. And the third-year guard from Mississauga comes up looking for Kevin Cooper. And that's what I was talking about. Cooper, the Bahamian, flying in for another alley-oop jam.
Hilton with the dish. Nice setup. Sending room service up to the penthouse.
Back
was
the other.
Hilton.
Well, he was hanging with Mr. Cooper on that one. Is that a good reference?
You gotta hang with Mr. Cooper. What's that from?
I think it's a show. I don't know. I'm a millennial.
Hang with Mr. Cooper. What era? 80s? 90s?
I don't know. Either way, we got some confusion on the court. The resultant on Chowdhury coming to the line to shoot 2. The foul's on Jordan Wilson, his second.
Either way, my earpiece is out. My hearing is 35% better.
Oh.
Don't tell the kids in the studio.
I will not. As Chowdhury.
I gotta tell you, for most of the day, I was just guessing on what you were saying there, Ryan. Just flat out coming up with stuff.
Well, you're doing a very good job of it, Phil Jones, as
Well,
Chowdhury
so
hits.
Get my reps in before tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big day, as we said. Come join us on the webcast, 1, 3, and 6. Grand finale, championship. All the work boiling down to tomorrow. Hardware will be handed out and exchanged. Excitement, intensity.
Laquan Hilton's hit the trainer's table. That's not a good sign for Niagara. As Wilson for 2. Jordan Wilson working on Chowdhury. Is able to get the jumper to go.
The
Niagara
Knights opening up a 5-point lead.
Largest lead of the game for the Niagara Knights. James, DJ James. Vukovic working with DJ for 3, no good. Rebound Clark. Clark will put it up for 2. That won't fall. And Jordan Wilson comes down with it. There's DJ Morrison. Take it, gives back to Makuna. Over to Akindele. Wilson looking for Makuna's tipped away, and here comes Ajomo Clark. Up for Jordan James, cuts inside, he gets the foul. Jordan James has been going hard to the rim so far this second half, Phil.
He has, and they are smart to foul him, as we talked about earlier. They do know the percentages. I'm not sure if they take it to that level, but 41.7 during the regular season.
But a small sample size for Jordan James.
Didn't actually get to the stripe that often. It was 5 of 12. 20 games played. My bad, he's only played 10 games. Still.
James hits his first as Payam Zaboni takes a seat on the bench with his 3rd personal foul. And James can't get the second one to fall. 46-42, the Niagara Knights lead the 19-1 George Brown Huskies. Akindele, Morrison, inside for Wilson, backing down DJ, and it's an offensive foul.
Offensive foul on next number 8, Jordan Wilson. Team 4.
Wilson picks up his 3rd, and he'll hit the bench as well as the high-flying Kevin Cooper comes in. DJ James will bring the ball up the court for George Brown. Bukovic down for Clark. Tipped away. Clark got control of it again. Jordan James driving in on Cooper. Can't get the fall. Tip in there by DJ James. Spin that one again.
George Brown coming back to life here.
Back the other way, here's Akindele, no good.
Great second effort there for sure. James went up with it. He might have actually been fouled there again, but they didn't call it. Jordan James going in, and
DJ spinning it back in the remix for 2.
Right.
DJ Morrison can't do likewise, and Ted Johnson will push it up the court for George Brown. Driving hard, delays and hits.
Tremendous bucket. Let's take another look at it. Look at this delay.
Check this out.
Paused himself.
Levitation from Teddy Johnson.
Double pump of sorts.
That ball goes out of bounds as we have a tie game on our hands yet again at 46. The Teddy chants ring through the arena for number 5 on the George Brown Huskies. Ted Johnson, the 5th-year guard from Toronto. This is DJ Morrison missing a 3. And up the floor comes Johnson. Gives off to Bukovic, over to Ajomo Clark. DJ James, he'll take the jumper. It's no good. Clark will tip it in.
It's an all-pro move right there. Nice tip by the All-Canadian.
And a foul on the floor there. Yes.
George Brown coming back there. They had dug themselves a mini hole. They were down 5, 46-41, but
7-0 run will do wonders for a team.
it will.
There,
Nice tip there by the All-Canadian, just jumping up there.
That foul on Ted Johnson, his 2nd. And
Clark's starting to come alive, as we talked about
Clark
at halftime.
Clark had 4 points at the half. He's got 8 now. As Morrison fights off his back, behind the back to Cooper. What a play by the Knights. Take another look at that. Morrison gets off the floor behind the back feed to Kevin Cooper. My word.
You see that pass by Clark? Look at this. Ooh, almost.
Jordan James can't connect. Back come the Knights. Romello Taylor. Jordan McDonald. Morrison driving and spinning, no good. Cooper fights Bukovic, and it's a jump ball. And a possession arrow points to the George Brown Huskies.
Jump ball, Huskies possession.
Tell you, end-to-end action so far here in the second half, Phil.
Yeah, no doubt. Tied at 48. Niagara proven to be very resilient, giving George Brown all they can handle. 4 minutes left in the third, and looks like we're in for our fourth good game of the afternoon. Another close one here.
No Van Hutchinson Jr. for the Knights, no Laquan Hilton for the Knights, but it doesn't seem to matter. They'll get it done no matter how they have to do it. They've tied George Brown at 48 as DJ James goes to work, finds Jordan James, who skies in for two. Take another look as DJ finds his brother from another mother.
Like Jordan James.
And DJ comes up with a steal. Gives it off to Ajomo Clark. Jordan James finds Bukovic. Bukovic for three. It's good!
Yeah, he's loving it.
Matthew Bukovic.
Hyped up from that. Some snow on that ball.
George Brown have broken it open. They have a 5-point lead. Morrison again behind the back to Makuna. He gives off. Makuna misses, rebound falls to him, and he's fouled. And we can see Laquan Hilton on the sideline. He's coming back into the game.
His first foul, team sports foul.
Ajomo Clark has his first foul. And that will send Levi Makuna to the line. Third-year winger out of Hamilton, misses the first. George Brown faithful doing their best to distract him, but Makuna once again says no worries. It's a 4-point game. DJ James. Bring it up the court, working on Taylor. Gets by him, but he's stripped by Makuna, recovered by James. Clark driving. A foul on the floor before the shot. Or after the shot. Referees getting their signals crossed, but they will send Ajomo Clark to the line. Foul on DJ Morrison is his first.
DJ Morrison.
Clark hits.
9 points now for Clark, looking to hit double digits. 2:48 left in the third.
Survey
Huskies.
says no, that's a strike. Clark stays at 9. Here come the Knights. Morrison inside for McDonald. But Bukovic got a hand on it, deflected it out.
Substitution for the Knights.
Lamar Copeland checking into the game for Niagara.
He'll take the place of Levi Makuna. Hilton throws it in for Romello Taylor. Morrison for three, in and out, and corralled by McDonald, who gets two. Jordan McDonald, after a bit of fumbling there from Clark, he corrals the ball and puts it up for two. Matthew Bukovic will go back to work. Throws it inside. DJ James is fouled, and he gets a and one.
The DJ's battling out here, Ryan. It's a versus.
The
DJ Morrison versus DJ James.
The DJ don't care what you play, he'll spin it anyway. The timeout called by the Niagara.
Wheels of steel, 2:12 left. 5-point lead here, and George Brown bending but not breaking.
George Brown has been able to use that balanced attack of theirs to try and break down these Knights. We've seen them start to work the ball inside like we wanted. We've seen Jordan Wilson get those inside looks. Kevin Cooper, a couple of thunderous dunks. But the balanced attack from these Huskies is proving very tough to overcome. We got 5 Huskies over 8 points so far.
Oh yeah, you got a little DJ James. You want some Jordan James, you want some Clark, some Moscow. pick your poison with these George Brown Huskies, man.
And
They do have 4 players averaging over double digits on the season. Like we talked about earlier, a balanced attack like that.
Don't forget Matthew Bukovic has a couple of big threes in this game as well. You cannot let anyone remain open on this Huskies team, and that is how they beat you. By just finding the open man and putting it in. We'll see if Niagara can respond. They got Laquan Hilton back.
Matty B. I forgot about Matty B there.
And we look set to resume play with 2:12 in the third quarter. George Brown has a lead of 5 points over the Niagara Knights. And DJ James will shoot 1.
And all of a sudden, it's like DJ James.
DJ James spins another winning tune. He's got 10 points. George Brown now lead by 6. Romello Taylor. You take the ball for Niagara, bad pass. Hilton corrals it, gets it over to DJ Morrison, driving. And Copeland couldn't handle it. Copeland for 3. No good. Rebound James. Actually, I can say James and be right 40% of the time. Here's DJ. Gets it the foul and 1. How about DJ James once again driving through, getting that contact and getting the ball to fall anyway. The DJ's playing a tune that the Huskies can dance to all night long.
He's hurt though, Ron. I think his left leg there coming up real gimpy, but George Brown supporters in the crowd, I'll be like, last night a DJ saved my life.
Very nicely
up
done.
by 8 right now, looking to take control. 1:43 left in the third. He's gonna stay in, it looks like. Real ginger on that left leg.
Trying to think of
Composed
another
himself.
DJ song. I can't think of one. James hits a free throw. James has 14, and George Brown have their biggest lead of the game at 9 points. Here's Romello Taylor inside for Jordan McDonald. And he's fouled, and he'll go to the line.
Calls on Huskies number 15, DJ James. That's his first foul.
DJ James picks up his first foul as Jordan McDonald hits a first. McDonald 1 for 2 on the free throws, but he hustles and gets his own board. And Morrison has the ball knocked out by Johnson.
Well, great play there after the miss to keep it in. Knights, scrappy squad as you mentioned, down by 8. 1:23 left in the third. Ideally, they can get this down to 4 before.
And a 5-second violation.
Your boy Matty B getting vocal there, letting the world know it's a 5-second violation.
Lamar Copeland couldn't find a Knight to give the ball to, and it's a turnover. The Huskies have a chance to get their first double-digit lead of the game. DJ James will walk it down the court. Gives it off to Johnson. Back to Clark. Clark feeds Bukovic. Thought about the 3 instead. Pass to Clark. He's blocked by McDonald and a foul.
Jordan McDonald, jersey in the mouth, which is usually a sign of Qu'est-ce qui arrive. Copeland charged with it. Copeland doesn't even know what's going on there. They definitely booked the wrong man. Case of mistaken identity.
Lamar Copeland picks up his first as Clark hits 1 for 2. And George Brown have a 9-point lead. DJ Morrison outside for Hilton. Back to Morrison. Morrison for 3. No good. Rebound Bukovic. DJ James will bring it up the court for George Brown. Pulls up for the 3. It's no good.
That's it. Niagara needed that stop there. Want to try and reel this in a bit more before the end of the quarter. 3 seconds left here.
Inside they go to McDonald. Take another look as Jordan Wilson tic-tac-toe with Morrison and McDonald.
2 seconds between the shot clock and the actual game clock as we close down the third quarter here.
Ted Johnson will pass it over to Bukovic. Working on Wilson for 3, no good. Laquan Hilton's gonna push this ball up the court. 4 seconds left. He'll drive and float it. No good. And we end the third quarter. The George Brown Huskies asserting themselves, taking a 7-point lead over the Niagara Knights, 61-54, and we'll be back after these messages.
I am absolutely delighted to announce that the Invictus legacy will continue when Toronto hosts the 3rd Invictus Games in September 2017. Quarter as Makuna go to work on Clark. Gives it back to Jordan Wilson, driving into the lane, feeds McDonald, and an offensive foul. DJ James takes the charge.
Offensive foul on Knights number 8, Jordan Wilson. That's his 4th foul of the game.
4th foul for Jordan Wilson, and that would be a tough loss for the Knights if he goes out here. Wilson averaging 7 points and 5 boards on a season. He's got 8 so far. Clark driving, dishing to Jordan James, no good. Jordan gets the ball, but it's out of bounds, and the Knights take over.
That's what the Knights got to start doing here. Getting a few turnovers, getting themselves back into this game. They're still in this game, of course, but you got to start chiseling away at it as time ticks down. 9 minutes, 23 seconds left.
Here's McDonald working, and he's fouled.
The foul's on Huskies number 15, DJ James. That's his 2nd foul of the game.
DJ James picks up foul number 2. Morrison will work the ball for the Knights. It's an inside to McDonald, backing down. Masco, and a brutal scrum there between Kevon Moscow and Payam Saboni.
Escalating.
Neither side looking very chivalrous on that one.
Saboni pleading his case. the People's Court out there, Ryan Andrews. Boom, 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 boom.
Moscow getting a talking to. The rooted jump ball.
Got to say, though, a lot of good sportsmanship today that I've seen. Nothing's escalated. Everybody behaving, which is always good.
Too much on the line. Winner of this game plays Sheridan for the title. Tomorrow at 6. Same station, Clark. Gives it to Moscow. Time running down, but Moscow gets the tough shot to go. Take another look at this. Moscow waits for his lane to open up.
Dish there on
Saboni
Clark on the
baseline.
replay.
A foul called on the other end.
Yeah, it was a nice play there we saw on the replay. Clark with the dish, looking for him to get open, giving him the body language and signal. He drove to the hoop. Take 2, drove to the hoop. Got that home.
Moscow picks up his first foul, and Levi Makuna will go to the line. Makuna hits the first.
Buckets.
Math say Makuna 68% on the year, 1 for 2. The numbers check out. Battle on the floor here between Cooper and James. Sorry, McDonald and James.
Jump ball, Knights possession.
Another jump ball. This one goes in the Knights' favor. As we see, referee's conferring there as Makuna will take it out of bounds. Right in front of the Knights' bench. Makuna looking, finds Jordan McDonald. Can't get the soft shot to go. Back the other way comes Kavan Moscow. Working DJ Morrison hard into the paint. Rebound by Makuna on a missed shot. And Makuna loses control, gets it. Tipped. Clark takes it up to DJ James. He's fouled and he gets it to fall yet again. DJ James playing that same old song. But when it's sweet like that, you keep working it all night long.
All of a sudden.
Foul was on DJ Morrison. That's his second. Knights will take a timeout as DJ James has exploded here for the George Brown Huskies.
Yeah, no doubt. There was a bit of a sloppy play there by the Knights with that turnover. Not really needed. I mean, they had already forced the turnover, brought it down the court. Could have chiseled away, but unfortunately, a bit of a behind the back to himself. And next thing you know, it's a turnover the other way. You're down by 10. So not exactly chiseling. It was a 7-point lead at the end of the quarter. Now you've added 3 more to that, and time is not your ally at this point.
Anytime you add numbers to a deficit, you're not going to have a good time. But you got to give a lot of credit to DJ James on that one, and he's really upped his game as the stakes have improved in this tournament. 10 points in the first round win over Fanshawe. He already has 16 tonight. DJ James, the guard out of Toronto in his 4th year.
Yeah, we're really getting some buzzers going on today, let me tell you.
See if Niagara has anything left in the tank. They did go through that overtime win over Centennial. Took a lot out of them, cost them the services of their star, Van Hutchinson Jr. They'll have to find something if they want to try and keep pace with these Huskies. DJ James converts a free throw. He's got 17 points. And the George Brown Huskies have their largest lead of the game at 11 points. They're up 66-55 as Morrison slow things down here for the Knights. Makuna driving in on Johnson, kicks out. Saboni stepped out of bounds as he went for the 3. A mental error there from Payam Saboni.
Yeah, and they're starting to pile up right now for the Knights, and 7:52 left, 11 points. You really got to start reeling it back in soon.
Clark will dish it back to DJ James. Gives it back to Clark. The George Brown faithful making their presence felt. Here's Moscow for two. On Moscow, the bucket back the other end. Saboni gets the two.
Nice response there by the Knights.
They need
Keep it
more
at
of
11 points.
They need more of those, and they need some stops too. As Saboni tried to force Clark into the backcourt. Clark, the wily veteran, the fifth-year guard from Ajax, Ontario.
Fans start getting into it now. They know. Benches perking up. Intensity rising here between these two teams. Good hard-fought battle. 7 minutes in the fourth, a lifetime. Although Niagara has really dug themselves a bit of a hole here and really needs to start making some plays, getting some stops. It's redundant. It really is. It's cliche, but it needs to start happening soon, because next thing you know, we're going to be down to 4 minutes left, and you don't want to be down 11 at that point.
George Brown Huskies can smell the finals on a match against Sheridan, but for Niagara, their chances are fading into the night. DJ James, another layup.
Hooking it up.
The Spin Master has
Hooking
19.
it up.
As he gets that bucket to fall. Huskies push the lead to 13. Here's DJ Morrison. He'll answer with two. Morrison has 8. He's nowhere near the production that the Huskies have gotten from their DJ. Moscow gets a friendly bounce. Kevon Moscow gets it to fall. He's got 14. Knights will try and work it around. Saboni for McDonald. One too many passes. And it's George Brown ball. Timeout called.
Substitution for the Huskies.
As Casey Morris will check into the game for DJ James. And you wonder if Coach Jonathan Smith doesn't start maybe looking to rest some of his players ahead of a tough final against Sheridan. We expect that one to be a track meet.
No doubt.
Jordan James wrestles the ball away from two Knights. Clark down low, they'll kick it out. Here's Ted Johnson driving for two.
And these Huskies refuse to let the Knights back into this game.
Ted Johnson's got 13. Makuna kicks it out. Wilson misses, rebound, Kevon Moscow. And the Huskies
Starting to teeter here, Ryan Dixon. Starting to teeter on Code Red.
Jordan
We'll call it
James.
Code Orange for now.
I think we're gonna edge that up to a little more fire red soon as Clark
All right,
will throw
there
that
you go.
one
It
away.
starts with the turnover.
Knights ball. Substitution for the Knights.
Femi Akindele will check back into the game, replacing DJ Morrison. Saw Akindele on the bike earlier, so we'll see how effective he's going to be. As Hilton will push it up.
15-point deficit, 5:15 to play.
Got to tell you, Phil, I don't like their chances. That's why we play this game, to find out what they have. As Laquan Hilton with the shot clock winding down to 6. Hilton pulls up for 3. No good. Rebound, Akindele will put it in.
Starts with a basket from the turnover. Down to 13.
74-61.
Safe to
Ted
say.
Johnson, a wide open 3 is no good. Rebound for Morris.
They
It
got to
doesn't
compete a
fall.
little harder there. They had one guy in there. Got to treat every possession like it's life and death now for the Knights.
Laquan Hilton, control of the ball for the Knights. Jordan Wilson, Akindele.
Got to be smart with it.
Driving, he gets the foul, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, it starts with going to the line. after the turnover, after the basket.
Calls on Huskies number 8, Kevon Moscow.
Down to 13 here, going to the line. Number 3.
Femi Akindele will go to the line as Kevon Moscow picks up his second personal foul.
78.6, so you know you're in good hands.
As Akindele hits his first, inserted into the starting lineup in place of Van Hutchinson Jr. He's got 10 on the night. And he can't make it 11 as he misses that one. And the jump ball called as Jordan Wilson was battling a Jomo Clark. 4:26 remains in the second semifinal. The George Brown Huskies looking to advance as the second seed to go for glory against the Sheridan Bruins. As Kevon Moscow will work, gives it to DJ James. He pulls up for the jumper. It's short. Rebound Wilson. He'll throw the ball down. Hasty move, and Clark picks it off.
Nice work to keep that in bounds.
Jordan James will come back with it. Knights starting to feel the pressure. Jomo Clark wide open. Casey Morris can't hit the cutting layup. Back come the Knights. Laquan Hilton in traffic. Kicks it out to Akindele. Driving in. It won't fall. Rebound bouncing around.
Gotta be
And
smart.
Casey Morris will wrap it up for a jump ball.
Furious series of events there. 12 points right now. George Brown up, and Niagara got a little too frantic there. You can't blame them though. Time's starting to tick down. You want to make something happen. Bit of a low percentage shot, not the wisest move, but when your world's collapsing, sometimes you get desperate.
True said, my friend, as DJ Morrison will check back in for Niagara. Matthew Bukovic back in. Akindele is going to take a three, and he hits. Femi Akindele off the inbound, wide open.
And it was
Moscow couldn't cut him off.
golden.
74-65 now for George Brown. Clark puts Saboni for the spin cycle and finds Kevon Moscow. Take a look at that. Saboni left eating Clark's dust. It's a quick deuce there for Laquan Hilton.
Showing you replays at home, folks.
Here's
Because every
Clark.
play is a highlight play at this point.
Clark
Something
for
to keep
two.
up. As we said, 22 coming alive, all Canadian. Coming to play in crunch time.
DJ Morrison for three. That's no good. And DJ James will settle things down for the Huskies.
They got it to 9. But George Brown refuses to let Niagara back into this game.
Clark for three. No good. Rebound Saboni. Makuna will bring it up the court. Levi Makuna trying to direct traffic. He finds Akindele. Hilton driving for the jumper. It's good. Juan Hilton driving in, puts it over Bukovic for two. Lead back down to 9. Clark for Bukovic. He'll fire a jumper. That's good. Matthew Bukovic has 11 points. Niagara comes the other way. Morrison for three. That's no good. DJ Morrison has not been able to find a shooting stroke tonight.
We're under 2 minutes now, 1:45 left in the game.
Clark driving,
George
dishing.
Brown.
Jordan James. And the Huskies are
Is on the
pumped.
verge.
DJ calls for more noise as we take a look at the replay. Jordan James working a bank shot down low and a timeout on the floor.
Furious action. Niagara trying to scrap, claw, get their way back into this one. But George Brown every single time has thwarted any oncoming attempts. And Ryan Andrews, it looks like they're close to punching their ticket to the big dance tomorrow to face Sheridan.
19-1 George Brown, the Eastern Conference champions. Move on to face the Western Conference champions out of Sheridan College in Mississauga. You know,
Knights
that's West.
Yeah, right? Right? Hey, got to give it the Knights. They provided some entertaining ball for us tonight. hung around for a bit, tempted, flirted with an upset. But as it stands, George Brown and their balanced attack just have way too many weapons. And as we talked about at the halftime, the All-Canadian came to play. He really did, right?
Jomo Clark has 12 points on the night, but he's made his presence felt all over the floor with the kind of passes he's had to the likes of Jordan James and DJ James. Anyone named James, really.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that matchup tomorrow to see how he goes in crunch time against the mighty Sheridan.
As we get set to reset here with 1:44 remaining on the game clock, Huskies fans are in a tizzy. They can taste a finals appearance coming their way. Makuna will inbound to Laquan Hilton. Hilton driving, dishing, finds Akindele for three.
Letting the bench know. Letting the George Brown bench know.
Akindele with his second corner three of the quarter, and Niagara within 10. DJ James calling for a different tune. Looking, he finds Jordan James, Jomo Clark.
5 on the shot clock.
Takes a shot with 3 left. He bounces off the rim, rebound Clark. Jukovic. Jordan James lost the ball, thrown ahead by Hilton for Levi Makuna. Draws a foul. But too much time has come off that clock for the Niagara Knights as Levi Makuna earns a trip to the line.
Shade under a minute, 59.7 seconds, 10-point game. You're really reaching here, but the Knights are going to need some sort of spiritual magic to pull this one off.
Makuna hits his first. The foul is charged to Jordan James, his second. Makuna hits both. Huskies take a timeout.
Huskies want to talk about this, make sure they got the right defense in place here. I want to chat, cool it down. Head coach Jonathan Smith going to chat to the lads, get things sorted. Niagara, on the other hand, well, they need King Arthur's sword. They need something to help them out here.
They need Excalibur. They need Martin Lawrence. They need whatever mystical, magical.
Martin Lawrence, come on. The Knight's Tale, is that what you're going with?
I could have said Heath Ledger, I guess.
Is he rocking a Jets jersey in that? He might be.
Oh, I don't. I just.
It was like a green
I
and
just
white
remember
jersey.
he had one movie.
Right.
Where he was a knight.
Right.
So,
does he time travel? That's what happens.
Yeah.
Right. He goes right.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know why I went Martin Lawrence over Heath Ledger though. I guess I wasn't the romantic type when The Knight's Tale came out.
Heath Ledger in A Knight's Tale? No, there was another Knight's movie with.
Heath Ledger's in A Knight's Tale. That was like his first one. It was his first big movie for Heath Ledger.
What's the one with McBride then? Isn't there one more recently?
Danny McBride?
Totally. There's a.
Um,
isn't there a some sort of night quest
Yeah, but
movie? No.
that one's a little less focused on the Knights and a little more on other activities that Danny McBride likes to do. As we get set to restart play here with 59.7 seconds on the clock. George Brown 82, Niagara 74, trying to cut a little closer as Jomo Clark takes his time with Payam Saboni. He'll drive and lay it up for 2.
That's all Canadian right there, Ryan Andrews. On the replay, the shake, the shimmy, and the one-handed Jimmy.
Niagara finds Akindele in the corner, but he can't hit that time. DJ James will dribble up the court to Clark, and you can sense the Huskies can smell the next round as Morrison called for the foul.
And the Huskies do have a keen sense of smell, you are correct. 30.5 left in the fourth, 10-point game. Just a matter of a formality right now. As we push on to tomorrow, 3 games tomorrow. Come join us starting at 1 o'clock, 1, 3, and 6. The championship game being played at 6 o'clock.
Out of bounds called there.
Sheridan already home and cooled and waiting, possibly watching this game right now.
Sheridan Bruins been very impressive in their 2 wins. Put up 100 points on Redeemer, and then able to edge their way past the defending champion Humber Hawks in overtime.
No doubt. And if you're into entertaining basketball, that bronze medal game featuring those Humber Hawks is a must-watch webcast, let me tell you. That's a thing, must-watch webcast.
It is in this day and age, and I should know I'm a millennial.
Fittingly, 22 seconds left, the All-Canadian. What's the tally at now for our boy?
Jomo Clark is 14.
All right. Seems like more, but I'll trust your math.
Hilton picks up his second.
Fouls on bench number 21, DJ Morrison. Jordan James at the line, 22.
And DJ Morrison's fourth foul will send Jordan James to the line as the Huskies players watch on. Jordan misses the first. As you can tell from the floor, they are not thinking about these free throws. They are thinking about a date with those Sheridan Bruins. James hits his second. Jordan James has 9. Hilton will charge down the court like a knight errant. Makuna Akindele goes for 3. No good. Rebound Moscow, and that will do it. The George Brown Huskies will advance to the final of the 2017 belairdirect OCAA Men's Basketball Championship. As you can see them celebrate, they earn a date with the Sheridan Bruins, while Niagara, a game effort, but without their star Van Hutchinson Jr., it was always going to be an uphill climb. They have a date with the Humber Hawks in the third place game, and we'll be right back after these messages.
I am absolutely delighted to announce that the Invictus legacy will continue when Toronto hosts the 3rd Invictus Games in September 2017.
So an exciting day 2 of the 2017 OCAA Men's Basketball Championship has come to a close here from Centennial College in Scarborough. And we have our matchups set for day 3, including our final match, Phil Jones.
Indeed. All roads lead to the big final tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Now we have George Brown, the Huskies. They've just won here. They'll be facing off tomorrow against the one and only Sheridan. And that will be happening at 6 o'clock. Should be a great matchup.
2 high-scoring offenses going at it there. We will also have your third place match between the Humber Hawks and the Niagara Knights going at 3:30 p.m. And we'll start with the consolation final between the Redeemer Royals and the Fanshawe Falcons. That starts at 1. Join us then. So for my colleague Phil Jones, I'm Ryan Andrews from Centennial College in Scarborough. Good night and thanks for watching.
Centennial College, along with the Colts, in partnership with the Centennial College Alumni Association, presents They say that a truth will set you free. What does it take to be a champion? It takes courage. It takes passion. It takes faith. But above all,